This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Saturday, March 28th, 2026, in the afternoon. Today's analysis examines a comprehensive deconstruction of the new White House mobile application and the resolution of the Claude Cycles mathematical problem by large language models. We look at the legalization of Spanish law as a version-controlled repository and the economic fallout as United States oil prices hit $100 per barrel. This report also covers the GPU hammer attack on Nvidia hardware, the inflection point of AI-driven bug detection in the Linux kernel, and the launch of a major Rapamycin longevity trial at UT Health San Antonio. Finally, we analyze the Turbo-Quant 4-bit quantization method and the third wave of No Kings protests occurring across the country. A security researcher known as Lowe has published a detailed decompilation of the official White House mobile application. The analysis reveals the internal architecture and third-party integrations used by the administration for public engagement. Technical findings indicate the application relies heavily on specific telemetry frameworks and localized data storage patterns that may pose privacy considerations for high-profile users. By reversing the compiled code, the report identifies the specific API endpoints the app communicates with, providing a transparent look at the government's digital outreach infrastructure. This is not an update to previous coverage, but a new primary analysis of the administration's primary mobile touchpoint. The research highlights the tension between user convenience and the data collection requirements of modern political platforms. In a significant milestone for computational mathematics, the problem known as Claude Cycles has been fully solved. This problem, originally posed by Donald Knuth, involves complex cycles and directed graphs and was famously tested against early versions of the Claude language model. The solution was achieved through a multidisciplinary collaboration between human researchers, large language models, and formal proof assistants. This successful resolution demonstrates that AI tools have moved beyond simple pattern matching into the realm of solving previously open mathematical conjectures. It highlights the growing role of AI as a primary partner in high-level theoretical research, specifically in verifying logical steps that are too tedious or complex for traditional manual review. The project Legalize-E-S has successfully converted the entirety of Spanish legislation into a Git repository. This allows legal professionals and citizens to track changes in the law using the same diff tools used in software development. By treating legislative updates as code commits, the project provides an objective history of how laws are modified over time. This is a signal from the future for digital governance. It eliminates the ambiguity of manual legal cross-referencing and provides a machine-readable format for the nation's legal framework. This level of transparency allows for automated monitoring of legislative shifts, making the legal process more accessible to those outside the traditional legal industry. Global markets are reacting with volatility as United States oil prices reached $100 per barrel this afternoon. This spike follows a series of public statements from the Trump administration that failed to reassure Wall Street regarding energy security and international trade stability. Analysts indicate that the disruption to global oil and gas flows has become so substantial that a return to pre-war pricing is virtually impossible in the short term. The rising cost of crude is already impacting transport and logistics, leading to elevated prices for consumer goods. The indefinite nature of these elevated costs suggests a structural shift in the global economy away from low-cost energy. Researchers have demonstrated the first Rapamycin attack on GPU memory, specifically targeting GDDR6 modules on an Nvidia RTX A60000, known as GPU hammer. The exploit uses rapid memory access patterns to induce bit flips in neighboring memory cells. The most critical finding of this study is the impact on AI performance. A single bit flip induced by GPU hammer was shown to drop the accuracy of a targeted AI model from 80% to 0.1%. This research confirms that the hardware-level vulnerabilities previously seen in system RAM have moved to specialized AI hardware, creating a new physical attack vector for disrupting large-scale inference clusters. Greg Kroah-Hartman, a lead maintainer for the Linux kernel, reports that AI-driven code review tools have reached a significant inflection point. For the first time, maintainers are receiving real reports from AI tools that identify legitimate, high-quality bugs in the kernel source code. Crowe-Hartman noted that while past AI reports were often filled with false positives, the current generation of tools has switched to providing actionable insights over the last month. This development suggests that open-source projects are entering a new era of automated security auditing, where AI can assist in maintaining the integrity of foundational infrastructure at a scale human reviewers cannot match. In the frontier of machine learning, the Turbo-Quant method has been introduced to optimize large language model storage. It utilizes near-optimal 4-bit quantization paired with a lossless 8-bit residual, achieving a 3.2 times reduction in memory usage without significant performance loss. Simultaneously, in the field of biology, UT Health San Antonio has launched a large-scale clinical trial for Rapamycin. This study aims to evaluate the drug's potential for extending human longevity and slowing the markers of aging. This is one of the most comprehensive human trials to date, focusing on rapamycin's geroprotective properties, moving the research from animal models into controlled clinical environments. The community is currently reacting to a surge in fake VS Code alerts on GitHub. These alerts are designed to look like urgent security advisories from real maintainers, but they actually contain links to malware targeting developer environments. In hardware security, a high-severity buffer overflow has been identified in the WAV-Link WLWN579X3 wireless router. There is currently no patch from the vendor, and attackers can exploit the UPnP handler to execute remote code. Users are advised to disable UPnP immediately. Furthermore, a critical vulnerability has been found in Spring AIS Simple Vector Store. This flaw allows for code injection when a user-supplied value is used as a filter expression. Analysts are also tracking multiple vulnerabilities in Buffalo Wi-Fi routers, including an authentication bypass that allows attackers to alter critical configuration settings without a password. Finally, the third wave of No Kings protests has seen over 3,000 events scheduled across the United States. Data from the Crowd Counting Consortium indicates that these rallies against the Trump administration are occurring at a higher frequency than at the same point in his first term, reflecting deep societal polarization and ongoing civilian mobilization. This concludes the Synthetic Signal Report for Saturday,